one more of it. When you get talking, one more of it. Ring talking, one more of it. When you get talking, one more of it. Coi cái nhà đây, coi cái nhà đây, đồng na cho cái nhau, đồng là buông mông, coi mà đồng là buông nè. Trong một buổi mơ, tại chỉ trong một buổi mơ, ta quên nói các câu thì không, và kể cho em mà bông đi cùng cà phê, mà vui đi cùng cà phê, em mà ngàn đi cùng cà phê, thành là có từ trong tim này chỉ biết cà phê, thành là nét là tim này chỉ biết cà phê, về trong chúa nó cao, ok là đi chúa nó cao, thì không nhìn ra khỏi đâu, chỉ nhìn thấy lên. Rinda menuki, Jonakai wakol, langa kol kana, rapuwa, tulokyo berinda, yemo buye geran kura, okyo berinda, yem buye geran kura, okyo berinda, uwe gale, tongkit, uwa modabe, kaikye tongkit, uwa modabe, kamu mewe tongkit, uwa kedua. Một số kinh quên thời gian biết chậm tin quên quay các trong cái thua ngô ra bên dùng cho anh kem cái biết trong một quay gì tiền phải cái miền đi bây giờ không biết cho nên thôi trong không biết cho nên cái lắm tin này dùng cho anh bắt dùng cho anh kem cái biết trong một quay gì ngô bé cứ miền đi bây giờ không biết cho nên thôi trong tin không biết cho nên cái lắm tin này dùng cho anh đi trong thua ngô ra bên quay gam đi cùng trong anh thêm cái này trong lấy cả tiền thì quay dần dần anh là cũng lấy trong ram cho cả tuổi dần dần em qua chiếc cái gam thì cái tâm mình buồn nó cái dần cái luyện cả cái còn chỉ người yêu cũng khác cái còn chỉ nhìn nhà waktu kewalitin menentukan tujuan akhir long way dapat tong kana buat wajib aja tong kamu pun rindong dua mau dapat wajib tong dua mau dapat kaya tong dua mau dapat bewe tong yang tujuan cuma utopin buat yang menjadi wajib tong uang dapat we got left we koi rumu koi juri kule tong koi mo kula buro tu kor ya ke jam rangkin arabi kuranda arabi wajib me ke jali kin baca ngopi tong yena wajib me kin baca ari tong ke bekamo dapat wajib tong ke uang dapat Andra makero Chingin wana kaya karba chetiaga ala kulle karba pangin wana kaya Andra makero chingin wana kaya karba chetiaga ala kulle karba pangin wana kaya Rindong dua orang
Okay, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us to Lake Media. So first thing, before I have two topic that I want to talk, this is the urgent news that I want to update people. But before I go to those two agenda, my topic of today, so let me make this announcement, official announcement, helps you guys see on the links media page. So as you know, aware that some of you are aware that Lake State Media is no longer called Lake State Media. We have changed our official name now is called Lakes Media. And some of you, we have read your comment, reaction from our viewers. We welcome all of this. We thank you very much. And I know some of you have mixed reaction that the way why we change Lakes Media to Lakes Media. As we explained when we post, what I put on the screen there is official registration of our media platform in South Sudan. And in order, so the government of South Sudan cannot allow us to carry the name of states because state is belong to the government, to the state government. These two names, the private company cannot use, whether South Sudan or state name. So those two you cannot, these are belong to the government, and the government cannot allow you to register on that. So that's why we remove the word state, and then we left with Lakes Media. But our mission, our new on what Lake State Media will stand for and is going to stand for, and the future of Lakes Media is remain the same. Okay, we never change anything. It's just we are come officially registered in Junub Sudan, in South Sudan. And also for those of you aware, some of you are saying that, oh, Lake State Media will be operated in South Sudan illegally. We are not registered. No. Lake State Media is registered in the United States. Okay. So we were operate under the international law. So in South Sudan. But the government or the media authority want us to, and we want to register our media to be official, to be organized in South Sudan. That's why we make that huge change. It's not, I know, it will not be easy for some of our viewers, especially particular with Arab word. So what with Arab word, quite kawai ya beja mangu, shwe kena lo ba karina deri. Taban, chana kuma, ashwi yo bu kuchor word of state bu mu chan kena kuma elect state. That's why I show looking for our media, private media. So that's why I show that Lake State is belong to Lake State government. And as we are private, why a private company, we have to not carry the word of state in our document. So that's why we come up with this decision. We remove the name. I hope this explanation abe quite we nong doubt to women bag ni bag today the only here law I think quite late media that decision I make big very now worry. So yet special with me that we quite around where. So can and a good lawyer color when a good lawyer and media dam and the official registered in South Sudan, who, as you can see, that's the document that we are officially registered from Junub Sudan. And also, for those of you in Junub Sudan Command, Lake State Media will launch an event for coming weeks. So, Lake State China Gatping, Junub Sudan, celebration of the April Law, Panchol Juba. So Kingana Bakting keep an eye out of on our page. So Kingana Bill announced to be official opening of Lake Media in Junub Sudan, April Law. So Wamata, deputy chairman Bolmakur, and he also co-founder Bitok being our team. So official opening of Braloy, Juba. Announcement of Labate, when everything is prepared, is ready to go. So we're going to continue with the explanation of Braloy in that event that day. I would have been Walmart to other team of the state team, our journalists who are doing a wonderful job. They are there on the ground. They will be there, and whoever having a question will uh, it will answer those questions. An official opening of the law. So can you think by your work back Derek and and another also too we change our logo as you can see. Everything is changed. All the document of Lake Semi has been changed. So our new logo is up there. That's a new logo. So, but you see, everything is not changed. It's just a word of statement, word of move. And everything is a kite today. So, kana, and we have a work. Uh, Kubak did it. Chan kana a pure announcement. Small thing. Changes to all non-leg state media. So, yen go up with all leg media, not leg state. So, I'm going to talk about our official document. And another thing too, to make it clear too, registration with the Puma, Sudan, Lagos State Media Company Limited. That is official. That's on our document registration. That's the name. But preparation of that is Lake Media LM. So I hope can achieve. I hope can achieve clarification. That they why back there we no doubt, no question in your head why Lex Media come up with to change the name. So that's the reason why we come up with this decision to change our name. Meanwhile, too, we are registered in United States, and the name has been registered in United States for Lex Media as we registered under 5163 Section 3 in the United States, and we will that will make our two. We will be changing the name to so that we can match both sides, so that Lake Media will be registered in Junub Sudan and also it will be registered here. We will be changing a name here too. So it will take a while to change that, but we will work through. So, but the big factor right now in Junub Sudan that's a milestone that we registered Lakes Media in Junub Sudan, so because of that we will be official media that we can cover anything in South Sudan without any crashes from because illegal procedures. Because as you know, in South Sudan we have to have a legal paperwork in order to operate the media. So and also the media authority need has to have that. So that is I hope all of you get that. So thank you for understanding, and I hope that clarification I hope is understandable. And if you still have long question, reach out to us. Toin ting in long Panaram where Toin Gibaton somewhere in South Sudan. Our team is on the ground. You can call them and talk to them why we did it, and if you need more further explanation, why Kabato didn't be question when talking could be lojo. So Derek. So my next topic is a breaking news. I have two breaking news, which is a very sad. So last Friday, which is a Ramadan day in those of of those of who are our Muslim brothers and sisters. So Friday there was a very sad news happening in Egypt, Cairo. Mm. There is uh, incident happened in Cairo somewhere there in the name is place where the population of Sudanese, South Sudanese stay in Cairo, Egypt, called Eden Sham in Cairo, Egypt. That's where a lot of South Sudanese are staying there in Cairo, Egypt. That is instead of Friday, some of the Egyptians people fight with our people there. Stay there, listen to the video. There is a video that I will play at Kwana, and this video it is roughly it's very sad. It's a bad image, graphic image. So please, if you have a kid, close to you, or please remove the kid away from the video to watch, because the video that I'm going to play is very corrupting. And this is not the only video coming out from Egypt. Our people have been tortured, killing in Egypt, in Cairo. It has been going on. People are dying. And I don't know what the government of South Sudan is doing to reach out to the government of Egypt so that our people cannot be tortured, can be killed the way that in humanity. We are calling out to the government of South Sudan and the government of Egypt and also to the United Nations to look into this. Okay, the government of Egypt is supposed to protect the life of the citizens of South Sudan. And also South Sudan have to keep an eye out. The embassy in Egypt, South Sudan embassy, what are you doing? What's your job there? Why your citizens have been killing every day? And you are silent, you went mute, you are not saying nothing, you are not condemning it, you are not talking to the Egyptian government to stop the killing of your citizens. This thing is very sad. Every day we are hearing a lot of killing coming out in Egypt, and our people are suffering. Okay, if they staying in Egypt there, if the life in Egypt is very hard, so the government of South Sudan, why don't you remove those citizens in Egypt, so bring them to South Sudan? So this is a very sad thing that we've been always seeing. Our people are being tortured, killing in cold blood. Listen to see this video for yourself.
Zol marka بدو فيه هناك. شاغل ما بنتهي زرادين يا مان. هاي المشكلة دي. تقول إلا شو رأيي يا مان. شباب لا لسه راقين راسه.
Ai ndam fuata ke. Dam kulu tanas. Ai. Ai. Da kulu dam tanas. Bukura ma uzala bla ndo bukura.
Very sad indeed to see. This is the very horrific scene, as you can see. Two young men have been killed. South Sudanese, two South Sudanese have been killed. Okay, so South Sudanese have been killed in this, and you see those the body lie down. As I said, two South Sudanese. It is a very sad, and also for your safety, for those of family who are staying in Egypt, our heartfelt condolences go to you. And also, we are calling the government of South Sudan to do something about it. To talk with their counterpart in Egypt to see to protect the life of these South Sudanese who are staying in Egypt. And all those people who are staying in Egypt, if you see that your life is horrible there, why are you staying there? You need to move. You need to leave Egypt. Come back home. It is better to die in your own land instead go and die and be treated inhuman. Like the racists in Egypt is really bad thing. They are treating you. So it's better for you to come back home. Instead, you've been treated killing in there. So that's my message that I'm calling to international community, United Nations, and also to South Sudan government and to Egypt government to talk to their people so that they can protect the South Sudanese who are staying. The embassy, South Sudan embassy in Egypt, what is your work there? The embassy of any country you are there in those foreign countries so that you can address whatever facing your own citizen in that country. But you guys have been silent, and your people have been tortured, have been killed, and there's no condemnation, any response to the government. So this time we are calling for the government, for both two governments, to do something about this. Okay, to bring those people who are committed a crime against the citizen of South Sudan. Okay, we are humble and we are glad that you are hosting our people in Egypt. Egypt has been a home for many South Sudanese. And also Egypt have history tied with South Sudanese people. Egyptian people should not treat people of South Sudan inhuman. It is a really tragedy to see something like that. So, and I'm calling for the government and the Egypt government to make an action decision to protect the life of the South Sudanese who are living in your own country. If you see that these people and embassy in South Sudan embassy in Egypt, if you see that your citizens are being subject to the crime in that country, why don't you arrange with your government in Juba to bring these people back home instead of dying over there. One of the civil society, Imunyakani, respond to this incident. Listen to it.
My name, Edmond Yakani, Executive Director of SEPO. I would like to take this opportunity to amplify my voice loudly on a serious issue to the attention of the leadership in Juba and Cairo. The issue is that we have seen a deadly confrontation always taking place between citizens of South Sudan and Egyptian citizens in multiple towns of Egypt or in some areas around Cairo, and with the less response of finding a durable solution to this confrontation. As a civil society activist, as a human rights activist, as a peace activist, my message is that Juba and Cairo need to sit and find a durable solution to this confrontation because we seriously condemned any human rights violation, being it against South Sudanese or against Egyptians, because we deserve to enjoy our rights equally wherever we are, and they should be highly protected. Now, as I speak, on Friday, date 6 June 2025, in a location called Enal Shems, a quarrel picked up between South Sudanese citizens and Egyptian citizens. But the reliable sources of information we have is that a group of Egyptian citizens tried to humiliate a South Sudanese female fellow citizen, and a male South Sudanese responded when the Egyptian citizens were beating the South Sudanese lady, and that ended up in a confrontation where they're hitting each other with the sticks, with the knives, as you can see videos that are trading on social media platform. And that incident resulted to the killing of two South Sudanese male. We as an activist, we as a peace activist, we as a human rights activist, we strongly condemn any act that any group of individuals take a responsibility of claiming lives of innocent citizens, being it claiming lives of Egyptians or Egyptians claiming lives of South Sudanese. We strongly condemn that act. And that's why I would like to take this opportunity to call upon Egyptian embassy in Juba and South Sudan embassy in Cairo. Both should issue a statement on this incident because it's trading in multiple social media outlets, and this may lead to the growth of xenophobia between the citizens of the two sister countries. It's very important that citizens of Egypt and South Sudanese citizens, wherever they are, in Juba or Cairo, they should live in a peaceful coexistence where rights are respected, rule of law are respected, and protection and safety of citizens are taken seriously by the leadership of both Juba and Cairo. As I speak now, I'm a bit worried that these videos trading online on the social media platform may generate tensions, pressure, and anger between the citizens of Egypt and South Sudan. And South Sudanese may amplify this as a risk against their fellow citizens in Egypt or around Cairo town. At the same thing, we may have similar anger also raised by some Egyptians if anything went wrong with an Egyptian citizen in any part of South Sudan. And that's why we're calling for no confrontation. We're calling for South Sudanese, don't retaliate. And we're asking Egyptians, abstain from taking the law into your hands. If anything happened, let the law apply. And we're aware that some South Sudanese are also picked and detained. And we're asking the leadership in Cairo, please, if there's an innocent South Sudanese who are not in conflict with the law, release them from the detention and let them enjoy their rights like as equal as Egyptians enjoying their rights in South Sudan. And my call that I'd like to make seriously that Juba and Cairo need to speak to this matter, and they need to act on this matter to diffuse any further confrontation. And we're appealing to both sides. South Sudanese citizens in Cairo and Egyptians in Cairo, abstain from using violence for resolving your grievances. Their laws exist in Egypt. Their courts exist in Egypt. Apply the rule of law to handle your misunderstanding of grievances rather than using confrontation that leads to claiming lives like what happened now on the innocent lives of two South Sudanese male who died in Enal Shems because of the confrontation. And we condemn that act. We pay condolence to the families of those South Sudanese whom have lost their family members or loved ones. And also we say Sorry for those who are injured being South Sudanese or Sudanese in that confrontation. But Cairo and Juba need to act on that matter now urgently in a durable solution manner. And my appeal to Egyptians, the culture of discrimination, we need to stop. And it's the same thing I'm appealing to South Sudanese, the culture of discrimination, we need to stop. Geography made us to be far from each other, but humanity connects us. The River Nile connects us. We should not entertain anything that humiliate or undermine or create a situation of human rights violations. That is not good. Or any xenophobic act, we don't like it, we condemn it. So our appeal to both Juba and Cairo, act on this matter seriously, urgently, now before it lead to the level of either revenge or further retaliation. Please, fellow citizens, Egyptian and South Sudanese, wherever you are, please peacefully coexist. If there's any misunderstanding among yourselves, don't use a violence as a means of resolving your misunderstanding. Try to respect rule of law and human rights. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Eni Akari. That is a work. That is a work for civil society. Whenever you see something wrong, you need to speak up. And I hope your voice is a voice of voiceless. To raise awareness about what is happening across the world. So we really admire you keep up the good work because these things need our as South Sudanese to fight both government, South Sudan government and Egypt government to stop, to put to stop for the killing of the citizens of South Sudan in Egypt. This need to stop. Many people have lost life there. We've been receiving a lot of very bad image how the Egyptian people mistreated, killing our own citizens in Egypt. And South Sudanese in Egypt, this is my message to you. You are staying in different country. Egypt is not your country, it's not your homeland. Egypt have their own culture and norm. You have your own culture and norm. Okay? You have your own religion. Okay? God believe. If you are in a different country where you are seek a safety to better your life with yourself, with your family, you have to make sure that do not break a law of that country. Do not engage in any kind of violence in that country. Do not involve yourself to a people in that country that can tarnish your image, your life, and also to the parent. If you have a kid, children in Egypt, because you are staying there with your children, because you are taking them to school for education, the safety of your children is very important. Okay. Make sure that when your kid go to school, let them go to school and come back home. And for the young teenagers of South Sudan who are saying that, please stop mingling with Egyptian affair. Do not go to the clubs. Do not go to the sexual event where the Egyptians do their own to be a part of that. Because as you can see how they treated you. They are treated you, the racial thing is here there because you are black. You are black color, your black skin is one of the big factors that they mistreated you there. But guess what? You are not Africans people alone who are staying there. There are other Africans stay there, but they are not treated the way that South Sudanese are treated in Egypt. They're because those Africans, their government stand by their side. Whenever their citizen got something issued, their embassy can raise awareness to the Egyptian government what happened to their citizen. But your own embassy in Egypt is not doing their job. And I'm calling out. I am calling out the embassy, South Sudan embassy in Egypt. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing to see your own citizen to be killed the way have you see those innocent boys lay lifeless on the street of Egypt? And since Friday, it's 2 days now, we are on Saturday, and there's no anything in social media, condemnation and press statement from Egypt embassy in Juba, or any press statement from the government of South Sudan in Juba. There's no any press conference or anything in embassy in Egypt. So why our citizens be killing, be dying like a chicken in foreign land? And my fellow South Sudanese in Egypt, if you see your lives are easy in Egypt, get the hell out of Egypt. If Egypt don't want you to stay in their own homeland, get out from Egypt. There's no way you are dying in Egypt. Come back home. That's my message to you guys. Yeah, go ahead, Majuk. Majuk, go ahead. Majuk, did you open your mic?
Go ahead, Abraham.
Yeah, go ahead, Ampere. Let me give you a shot here. So are you ready? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Abraham. I hope I'm clear.
Yeah, you are clear, yeah.
Yeah. So, audience here in Clubhouse and the viewers on Facebook, and maybe some 2 or 3 people that might be watching us on YouTube. Sometimes it's really very unfortunate and sad seeing your own citizens becoming victims of other things that are supposed to be handled by the leadership. This is not a surprise to me, nor a surprise to many South Sudanese. Because Egyptians have been known for their brutalities. They have been known for their inhuman act. Once they decided to do something nasty and ugly, they will do it without fear of consequences, without fear of humanity. But sometimes when you watch such videos, you question yourself, where have we gone wrong as a country? In 21st century, we thought if any one citizen of South Sudan dies somewhere under unclear circumstances, then we believe our government should come out and speak so that the world could hear the voice of our leaders. But Abraham, it's really sad that our government is dealing with the internal issues and neglect the responsibility of representing the people of South Sudan in neighboring states or far beyond. This has happened in Egypt in several events and in several occasions. But no single day that have I ever come across any document or a press statement from South Sudan embassy in Egypt This brings to the questions, what is the role of embassy of South Sudan in Egypt? To a layman, interpretation of the embassy is simply to represent the people of their own country in a foreign land. And to represent the people of South Sudan, you don't need merely to occupy the office, nor to receive your salary, nor to stay in advanced country, but to look after the people. Be close to the people. Be close to the leadership of those communities residing in Egypt. Be it students, be it people who have gone there for their medical attentions, and even those who have been there before South Sudan get independent. Embassy should be close to our people in Egypt so that they could know and understand what are the pains and the challenges these people are going through. And if there are such incidents happen, we cannot rule out that there is no such incident that can never happen. As long as you are in a foreign land, such incidents are expected to happen. But incident to repeat itself in several times, and then you still go muted, then you are telling us that you are just there as a busybody. The embassy in Egypt, South Sudan embassy, please come out once in a while. You don't need to be forced to do your duties. Now, such a young man whose life has just been cut short on something that he is not aware of. And according to the narratives given by my colleague, Yakani, that Egyptians were raping, trying to embarrass one of South Sudanese females. And as the nature of an African man, you cannot watch your own female sister to be embarrassed by a stranger, and then you fold your hand. The instinct and humanity and conscience always tell you to react, to protect the women. And in the process of protecting the woman, the man lost his life. Completely. It is unbecoming. Such tragic should be addressed to our government in Juba. I understand the challenges you are battling with within Juba. Cannot even allow you to see beyond Terkega. They could not even allow you to see beyond Numili. They could not allow you to see beyond Bor Town. They could not even allow you to see beyond Lake State. I'm not even talking other parts side of South Sudan. But to some extent, you need to know the respect of a man. Come from how you stood during the difficulties of your family. If you, the leaders in Juba, cannot stand up for us, then how do you expect us to be respected globally? South Sudanese, I said in one of my videos that we are victims at home and we are still victims in the foreign land. And it is not a choice by a student to go and study in Egypt. The situation of our country forces them to do so. It is not a choice for South Sudanese to flee the country and go to the refugee camp. The situation in the country forces them to do so. It is not a choice even of the lost boys and those who are in the Western world to stay here and grow old in the Western world until they retire. But the situation in our country forces them to retire in the foreign land. Completely. If our government cannot even come out and speak, then how do you expect us to be respected? We will never be respected, and we will continue to die in the hand of foreigners as we continue to die in the hand of our leaders. Our government officials know more things better than we do. This small country called Israel, at the midst of enemies, has resisted them for so long since the creation. And you have seen how brutal Egypt has become on Gaza people, bombing hospitals, killing people like no man's business, and international community cannot even dare to sanction Israel. What makes you think Israel is respected? It's a leadership. Once something has gone out of hand, diplomatically you have tried and it has not worked, then war is an option. That is the art of ruling in Egypt, in Israel rather. You have seen Benjamin Netanyahu coming out in a public domain, speaking very recklessly. And no man, not even USA, can dare to challenge him. Simply because the small country has consolidated their power. Israel has realized the importance of human beings. Kill one Israeli or Israelite, one person, and you will pay the life of that person 10 times. And that's what Palestinians are continue paying it up to now. But for us, South Sudanese, I know we are vulnerable. We cannot compare ourselves with another country. But as long we have right leadership, we can still be respected. We don't need to have atomic bomb. We don't need to have nuclear things for us to be respected. No. We just need a very firm, strong leadership. A leadership that is speak. Even if it is the code of South Sudanese that has been stolen by Uganda, the leadership should speak on that code. Then that is where we can be respected. Sometimes such things, such horrific videos, irritate us more. And they always leave some of unanswerable questions in our mind, in our hearts. I believe no matter how we speak, our government will not listen to us, nor will embassy in Egypt listen to us. But permit me to give these few recommendations to the people, South Sudanese in Egypt. The students, the communities, with your leadership in Egypt. We are in 21st century. A century where you can hear out your voices in different platforms and the world will hear you out. You should come out and address the media in Egypt. You should come out and protest in Egypt. But as long you allow your brother to die today and you say maybe it will end back with him, tomorrow Egyptian will come for you. I remember last year, one of South Sudanese who has been jailed, charged very wrongly, and the man was murdered in the jail. Most of you have heard his voice when he was speaking with his wife. And I think that man is from Warab State, if I'm not wrong, and most of you will correct me on that. And every month, there must be a South Sudanese fall in the hand of Egyptians, the ruthless one. They kill you, and the Egyptian authority will not do anything to their citizens. And then what are you still doing? Or what are you still waiting for? I think it's the right time for you to come out in a large number, protest. And if Egyptian authority will, or Egyptian government will arrest you or even kill you, let them kill you so that the world will watch. And through your protest, the government of South Sudan will wake up. Because now they're sleeping. And through your protest, Even if you cannot protest against the Egyptian government, then you can protest against your own embassy. Protesting against your own embassy. This will send a clear message to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Juba, and they will act as fast as possible. Even if it means for them to change that ambassador, they will assign him to another peaceful territory. And send South Sudanese who has sense of urgency, somebody who has sense of humanity. The South Sudanese that know his or her role in a foreign land representing his own people. I believe even the South Sudan embassy here in the US, they are not doing perfect or they're not doing much. But because US is safe compared to Egypt, that's why you have seen for the recent 2 weeks or 4 weeks, they're deporting foreigners to our land because the embassy has no clue at all. And South Sudan, on the other hand, want to impress the US as a big boy in the world politics. Completely, if you cannot protest for your own brother, then believe me, my brother and sister in Egypt, tomorrow might be you, but unfortunately. To our government, no matter how busy you are, and those who are supposed to vote for you in the near future, because we don't even know democracy, and we are thinking that we will have one. Those who will vote for you will not be there. They are killing South Sudanese in Khartoum, in Egypt, in Sudan. We did not see any reaction from our government. The reaction was so shallow. It was said alleged. How do you allege something that you have seen with your own naked eyes? And that was the end. Nobody knows what is happening now to those South Sudanese who are in Sudan. Nobody knows. Are there victims in Egypt? Another part of the world. Please, as long as you have tried your own house and you fail to put your house in order, and then try to look for the lost sheep or the lost goat of your house. Are they alive or not? Up to this point, fellow citizens, I'm so irritated and pissed off. Abraham Adit, I was to say something in regard to the leg state media changes, but I will reserve it for next day because this topic is heartbreaking. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you, SG. Absolutely, it's really heartbreaking event. We are calling, even I'm not going to go further, we will stop here. This message is just to raise awareness about what's happening to our people in Egypt. Our people have been dying every day in Egypt. And there's no action be taken by the government of South Sudan. There's no action be taken by the Egyptian government. And also international community, we were calling out the United Nations, okay, human rights activists, human rights, United Nations in New York, please. We urge you to look into this matter. We're calling you to contact the Egyptian government to do something to save life for our innocents, our own vulnerable civilians who have been tortured every day in Egypt. We are calling that to save life for this individual. The UN, this is your mandate to do for the civilian, to protect the life of civilian. If you see that the life of South Sudanese civilian refugees who are staying in Egypt are in danger, please, this is your mandate. You can relocate them to other countries to move them out. So that's my message to you today. And for those of people, those families that will love their loved one, our heartfelt condolences to you. We pray for your family, and may those those innocent souls who died yesterday on Friday. They killed those innocent on Friday. And it is a Ramadan. Their holiday, their own holiday, those Muslims, their own holidays. They killed those innocent boys in cold blood. Very tragic. Thank you, Majok. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. It is a sad.